We need more cases in Counter-Strike, fast, and this is why. Just some month ago you could buy cases for a bargain, but now nearly every case sells for $1 or even multiple dollars a piece. Just some days ago there was not a single weapon case which had at least 100,000 listings on the Steam community market. We are running out of cases, and that's a huge problem. The CS2 hype is driving case opening rates crazy. In March, nearly 40 million cases were opened in CSGO, an amount of cases never opened before in the single month of CS history. A trend that is still continuously growing. Just in the last 30 days, more than 45 million cases were unboxed. The demand for cases has never been so high before, while on the other hand, Valve reduced the amount of weekly available cases throughout the years. Just some years ago, back when Counter-Strike wasn't a free-to-play game and skins were just introduced, you could get multiple cases just dropped in-game per week. Today, you can usually just get one case per week, and only if you're a Prime player, so all the free-to-play users can never earn a single case in-game. By that, the amount of newly generated cases each week is strictly capped. Each day, an insane amount of cases is sold through the community market. Steam, and by that means Valve, gets a 5% cut of every item sold. Additionally, the developer of CSGO, which is also Valve, gets another 10% cut, so every case sold means 15% of the price going straight to Valve. Well, so it's kinda in their interest that cases sell at least for more than 3 cents a piece, but we will look further into this in just a moment. Also, higher case prices most likely also increase the price of skins inside, which is especially good for you if you have opened cases in the past and can now profit from higher prices when you sell your items. But let's talk about the downsides of the high case prices. Sure, opening rates are hitting record amounts at the time, but if cases keep their current price tag or prices rise even higher, it is likely that the vast majority of players would open less or not any cases at all. And less cases opened means less revenue for Valve. Sure, they also benefit from higher case prices on the market, but while they only get 15% cut on that, they earn 100% of keys sold. If you got a budget of $100 and you can only buy one old case and a key for it, this means less than $20 of profit for Valve. But if cases were only like 10 cents, which is still 3 times more than cases have been before, good old 3 cent times. This would mean that you can purchase up to 38 cases plus keys for your $100, which results not in 20, but in more than $95 of profit for Valve. Another risk of high case prices is that it can create a very unstable price bubble. Rising case prices likely means rising skin prices, but as soon as players lose interest in the game or somehow more cases get available or the hype ends, prices could drastically fall, which potentially could destroy millions of dollars in value because of inflated case and skin prices. Here are 3 possible solutions. Number 1. More case drops. Valve could go back to a system where more cases are dropped each week. For example, non-prime players could be eligible for drops once more. Or the amount of cases dropped per player could rise from 1 to at least 2 or even back to 3 just in 2016. But doubling or even tripling the weekly drops could also cause new problems, so Valve has to slowly increase the drops in order to avoid plummeting case prices, because cases dropping from $5 to just some cents could hurt the economy. Number 2. An operation. Yeah, I know, it is super unlikely that Valve will introduce any major update before CS2, and maybe we will also get an operation in the summer when Counter-Strike 2 launches, but nevertheless, an operation could solve some of the current case price crisis, because the latest operations give players the opportunity to just buy stars and by that cases. So while the operation is running, there would be an infinite amount of cases available. Number 3. A new case as in-game purchase. Just like cases and operations, Valve could also introduce a new case series that could be bought directly in-game without a need of getting dropped. This could also be limited to a certain time frame, just like operations, but during the availability of the case, it would also be infinitely available, just as operation cases during the running event. So please, Gaben, give us more cases.